That's a very serious episode.
I know. Too serious?
No.
We're not going to get a lot of views on this, George. I don't care. We're doing our support for the Ukraine.
It's relevant.
It's relevant.
It's important.
And this is the bottom line. Hey everybody, I'm Doug.
And I'm Chris.
And this is the bottom line. Welcome. We love you guys.
Back.
Love you guys so much, especially our viewers in the Eastern Bloc countries, the Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Poland. There's a couple other ones over there I can't pronounce.
There's
Slovenia.
probably a few more names that we cannot pronounce this episode in advance.
Let's go.
Well, we have our sponsors, of course.
Which are?
Marine Data Solutions and Saltee Crew Apparel.
Marine Data Solutions. I've got 99 problems on board. Nothing like the real world problems, but I still have 99 problems on board. And the internet's not one of them! And who else?
Saltee Crew Apparel.
Who are Saltee Crew Apparel?
Well, they keep us looking
some sort of seasoning company.
That too. They could customize some seasonings for you, but
they do shirts, they do linens. They're very busy. Keep calling Dave. They also do body bags. They do money bags. They do stuff that you can hide heads in. He says he does not do murder, execution, or blackmail, but he does.
He does for the right price.
Just don't tell anybody.
Just don't tell anybody about it. It's okay.
What do we got?
Well, we're going a little more serious this episode.
Okay.
Talking about current events.
Hey gang, this just came in February 28th last night from the UK Department for Transport and the Maritime Coast Guard Agency, and I will put this bulletin up on our Facebook group page at the bottom line. Considering the current situation with Russia, UK has instructed all ports from this point onwards to not provide access to any ship or vessel which they have reason to believe is owned, controlled, chartered, or operated by anyone connected with Russia, owned, controlled, chartered, or operated by any designated persons flying the Russian flag and registered in Russia. What does that mean? That means like a yacht that has a Russian owner with, say, a American management company flying a Cayman Islands flag, that's still considered Russian, and the UK wants them out. They are not welcome there. They have also stated that they need help identifying these vessels within the scope of the things they just outlined. And they're also stating that this is just the beginning. There are going to be more sanctions on vessels, Russian vessels in UK. What do I think that means? That could mean that it branches out to maybe some of the territories, BVIs, Bermuda. It also could mean that maybe some of the EU countries are going to follow with this. So I'll put this up on our Facebook page. You guys are welcome to share it, and we'll give you some more info as it comes in. Okay, yacht industry news. What do we got?
Yacht industry news. Well, look, our scenery has changed, Doug.
So this is actually the location of the Bottom Line Worldwide headquarters. This is where the very first episode was filmed, right here, AKA my bar. Look, we have our old Data Marine. They were with us from the beginning. Gosling's was a sponsor. People send stuff in. Look, they sent this in. It says no oil spills. We've got the boats. This boat means an awful lot today. Here's a quick clip from the very first episode. Only surefire way you can make sure that the women are good luck on board is if they're naked. Now, I'm sure you've seen the cruise ship or the sailing ships where they have the figureheads up on the bow of the boat and they're obviously don't have any clothes on. That's because literally good luck to have naked girls on the boat. Now, Carrie's going to demonstrate for us.
Demonstrate what?
Getting naked on a, no?
Yeah.
No?
Where's the boat?
Oh, okay, next question. That's when I was telling everybody that naked women on boats are a good thing, which they actually are.
Not necessarily bad.
No, they're good. Okay.
And look how far you've come.
All right. Before she gets into it, we threw the script out. So we're going to be shooting from the hip on this, and we're going to get a lot of the pronunciations wrong.
So please forgive us in advance.
Okay, but we're going to be talking about Russia and the Ukraine and how it pertains to yachts and the marine industry in general.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So here we go. First story is our Ukrainian chief engineer tried to sink a yacht in the Mediterranean, the 156-foot Lady Anastasia.
So the chief engineer on Lady Anastasia found out that his boss is actually a manufacturer of the bombs that they're dropping into Ukraine. His boss is Russian. So he tried to scuttle the yacht. It didn't go all the way down, did take on water, and he was arrested.
Yes.
And then he was released a day later.
Quick release.
Quick release. This is going to be kind of the theme of what we're talking about with the war and what's going on in yachts. So what did he do?
Well, he said that he doesn't regret anything and he would do it again if given the chance.
And he's actually on his way back right now to Ukraine. That happened in Palma. He's trying to get back to Ukraine to pick up a weapon and fight. This is incredible.
People are coming out.
First of all, the bottom line, all three of us stand behind the Ukrainian people because this is madness. And I'm so impressed with all the Ukrainians, especially the president, where everybody's like, other countries are like, hey, we're going to send a plane in and get you out of there. And he's like, video, I'm not leaving. I'm here with my guys. Matter of fact, he said, don't send a ride, send weapons. I mean, these people are, and you're going to see later on how hard and how committed they are to their country.
And standing up for their country.
Next.
Well, talking about Putin and his graceful yacht.
More yacht. So, more yacht
is
stuff.
not.
So nobody knows for sure, but everybody's reasonably sure that Putin's yacht is called Graceful.
Graceful.
Yeah, and it was being refit at a yard in Hamburg, Germany, and it had a long refit list, and all of a sudden, guess what? It just took off.
Took up and went to Russia.
Russia, probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. What's happening is, first of all, countries are putting sanctions, and everybody's like, oh, sanctions don't work. But just picture this if you're a millionaire, or a billionaire, actually, and you got a yacht stationed somewhere else, and you can't get money to the yacht. Uh-oh. That could cause problems. So Putin's supposed yacht probably was a good idea to go to Russia. Give me another big Russian guy's name.
Abramovich.
Roman Abramovich. He actually packed up. He was in the UK, and he owns a soccer team there, and he relinquished control to a board of directors. He got his plane out of there. Where's his yacht?
It is in the Caribbean now.
Okay,
St.
what's
Martin.
it called?
It is called Eclipse.
Eclipse. So according to AIS, it was moving around, and it's in a outer anchorage. Listen, the guys in the St. Martin probably know better, but it looks to me like he's moved it farther away from the fold. This guy, why is he in trouble? He's not really in trouble, but he could be a target because he actually right now is in that other country that just joined forces with the Russians that are holding peace talks, which are not going to go anywhere. So he went over there to talk on the Russia's behalf. So he's got another boat somewhere else, doesn't he?
He does in Barcelona, Solaris.
Solaris is Barcelona. Again, all of a sudden these billionaires have to worry about their yachts. Okay, so by the way, Eclipse, beautiful boat, but okay, next.
Well, and then we had the Nord boat too.
Nord.
By Mordechov.
The second richest guy in Russia, and he parked this thing where? Some teeny little island.
East Africa.
East of Africa. I mean, this isn't exactly Monaco or St. Bart's or something. So he's probably smart putting it over there. So again, you got the sanctions, all right. And then another thing is, and I never thought I would be saying this on this show, but yachts are under attack. I mean, real attack. Someone just tried to sink one simply because they're Russian owned. Now, a couple of these guys are key players in this whole thing, and there's probably a lot of Russian guys that have nothing at all to do with the war. But I can tell you right now, if you're on a Russian boat, I don't know what to tell. I can't tell you because who knows what's going to happen. I would imagine security better go up. I imagine those boats need to get to safe havens. I mean, we got Russian-owned boats sitting in Palm Beach, in the Caribbean, in the Mediterranean, and they're all going to be targets. So yacht crew, make the right choices. I don't know if you want to get wrapped up in that. Next.
Well, we are going to be addressing the Coast Guard, how they're involved.
Wow, I never thought I'd be saying this. So, the Ukrainian Navy, the U.S. Navy, Coast Guard, gave the Ukrainian Navy 5 patrol boats. Fifth one I don't think ever made it. They're actually, this is a model of the exact patrol boat that they got. It's a 110-foot island-class cutter. This is really weird. So, Years ago, you could get pulled over by a boat like this on your yacht and do a boarding. And now, these island class cutters, and what are the names?
It is Cushing, Drummond, Orgacoke, and Washington.
Okay, these former U.S. Coast Guard cutters that were keeping everybody safe is now in the Black Sea, fighting for their lives under the Ukrainian flag, going up against Russians. Can anybody in a million years believe that a Coast Guard cutter is defending a country against Russia in the Black Sea? It's insane. So I loved these boats, and our hearts and prayers go out to the sailors because it is a tough battle. And I'm going to tell you why it's a tough battle in about right now. Next.
Yes, we have another story about the Ukrainian border guards setting up and protecting Snake Island. Just an incredible stand by the Ukrainian soldiers.
So Snake Island is this petty little island in the Black Sea. It's about 40 miles off of Romania. It has no strategic value whatsoever. There were 13 Navy border guard people maintaining this rock of an island. Here's a picture of it. It has absolutely no significance, but listen to this VHF transmission.
Предлагаю сложить оружие и сдаться по избежанию кровопролития и неоправданных жертв. В противном случае по вам будет нанесен бомбово-штурмовой удар. Длинный остров. Я русский корабль. Повторяю. Предлагаю сложить оружие, сдаться, иначе по вам будет нанесен удар. Как поняли меня? Прием.
Все. Нахуй тоже надо.
На всякий случай.
So, in a nutshell, this Russian warship told those guys to stand down, 13 guys on this rock with no importance whatsoever. They told them to fuck off. This to the Ukrainians, man, so much respect. Unfortunately, the Russian warship decided to annihilate them, and they killed all 13 people. For what? Give me a reason. This thing is just a rock in the middle of the Black Sea. It's stupid. So that's what's really going on out there. Anyway, again, the bottom line, we are 100% against this whole war, all three of us. Okay, next.
Supporting Ukrainians.
Special shout outs this
Very
week to
special
bottom
shout-outs.
feeders.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to try and get the names correct because they're tough.
So please forgive us.
Go ahead.
We have Robert Irimescu.
Robert, I know you're in Bucharest. Thanks for watching the show. You're in Romania. You're on the fringe of the war. I'll talk about Romania in a minute. Next one.
Anna from the Black Sea.
Okay, Anna. Well, I just gave her a shout out last week, but she's actually in Kistan
Constanta.
on the Black Sea. I mean, literally, she's in the hospitality industry in a hotel, and there are warships cruising around offshore. I'm going to try and get these names right. Inna and Vlad. They're from Kiev that's getting bombed right now. Now, they're actually in the U.S., and I talked to her last night, and I asked what the situation was, and she said all her family and friends are in bunkers and subways in Kiev for the past 4 days. And she says it's a real mess. Pray for her. I don't know what to say. It's incredible that we even have viewers that are from these areas. And I want everybody to keep the war at the top of their list. That's why we're bringing this up. Okay, anything else? What do we got for Crew Corner?
Well, we have our sponsor,
Which
Crew
is?
Haven.
Crew Haven.
Crew Haven.
They have clean houses next to Lauderdale Marine Center.
Yes.
Don't forget, if you want elephants, giraffes, monkeys.
It can
they
be
don't-
arranged.
Yeah, the monkeys are a pain, but they can
Little
arrange
messy, but it's okay.
anything. If you want to see a clown pick you up in a pink Rolls Royce, they can make that
Call
happen.
Jamie.
Yeah, call
She'll
Jamie.
make it happen.
Okay, the baseline model is clean rooms, clean houses, internet, they laundry. There's no butler, but they can have that too. Check out Crew Haven at crewhaven1501.com.
1501.com. Get rested like the guests.
Okay, so Crew Corner is going to be short and sweet. I want everybody to realize what's going on in the world. People are fighting for their lives. We've got yachts sinking or trying to be sunk. We have military naval vessels blowing people up. And sometimes the things that are going on in our lives on boats seems like a big deal, but to put it in perspective, it's really nothing. We have what we call first world problems. Even when Christy has a really bad day on board, this is a first world problem. I mean, we all have food. We all have a place to sleep. You know, we all have great owners. They love their boats, and we are living on yachts when we're cruising around. And there are people right now that are fighting for their lives. So I'm just asking everybody who watches The Bottom Line to say prayers for the Ukrainians. And hopefully this thing comes to a swift end without this madman pushing any further. And I'm going to leave you with this. We believe, The Bottom Line believes, that this is not a Russia versus a Ukraine type situation. I have a lot of Russian friends too. We believe this is Putin versus the Ukraine. I could be wrong, but I believe that a majority of the Russians out there do not want this to happen either. So keep the fighting down in the bars. Let's just come together on this. And everybody be safe out there. It's tricky stuff. You could be on one boat and you could be next to a Russian yacht, and God knows what's going to happen to that Russian yacht, and you could be dragged into it. So no fighting in the bars, please. No, let's not bring that into it. Let's just remember, you know, we've got things a lot better. I'm Doug.
And I'm Christy.
And that's The Bottom Line. Do your thing.
Stay safe out there.